All right, let's play a 1400. Here we're gonna start using some more course prep. I'm gonna play the E4 course that I have on Chesley. No, I wouldn't say I'm into crypto, but enough, a little bit. All right, so okay, that actually is my Caro course with black. Let's take. Ah, E4 course. Okay, Knight C6 F4 is death to black. Like black never knows what to do here. Bishop F5 is a good move. I'm gonna play C3 and just basically not give up the pawn. Like basically black is playing a bunch of very natural moves, and you know what I'm doing? I'm just not giving the pawn back. I'm like, you just can't have the pawn. Like if you play Queen A5, I just play B4. Or Knight D2, and then if Bishop C5, there is Knight B3. So, the thing is, like, all these moves look great in theory, but if white just plays natural moves and does not give these moves, they don't do anything. This is the incredible thing. Like, and the next thing that white can do is just start hammering away at the knight. And then Knight D4 and Queen A4, and white just gets a completely winning position. Now, what I have done here in the past is I've overshot my position. I've played Knight D4, and then people have played like castles, and I actually gave black way more counterplay than necessary. So I'm just gonna castle. I'm not gonna rush. I'm just gonna, you know, play B4, Knight D2. I'm gonna play all the, you know, right moves, and vibe. And then, you know, my opponent probably will try to play F6. But okay, like beating intermediate players isn't the easiest thing in the world. Let me take, and I'm gonna put my knight on D4, and there's already a trap there. G4 is not possible, but it is an idea in the position, yes. This is a tactical loss immediately because I take, boomerang, defend my bishop, and if I can succeed in just building up this big thing over here, I'm just completely winning. So, and that actually just walks directly into a fork, which was my other idea. And now my opponent is completely lost. They are not just down pawns, they are down, yeah. So I take the rook, and I hold everything with pawns, and that's it. We just beat a 1400 in 10 moves with advanced Caro. F4 is such a nasty weapon against Knight C6. And I didn't even do anything crazy. Like, I just developed my pieces and didn't give the pawn back. And you can do this too, all right? Like, black just has nothing. Black has to go here. Black has to go here to get anything in this position. And what I will do is I will probably not even take. No, you know what? I will take just to, you know, play more like a 1400. I'll play more like a 1400. And then what you'll do here is, by the way, bonus question. What is black's best piece? Anybody tell me which of these 5 pieces is black's best piece? Very well. Very well done. F6. This is why in my Caro course, I do not recommend Knight C6 as a main option. I give you both. I give you Knight C6 and E6. I actually give you both options. The Caro people, the people who have my Caro course know that. If you want to play them, that's fine. But you do run the risk of running into F4. Okay, this is why not all pawn trades are the same. You will learn pawn trades and how to, you know, deal with them in Middle Games Masterclass. So, okay, E5 is not a good move because your bishop was really strong. And now you're kind of open. You just hung your bishop. Every time pawns move, you need to look at what they do and what they stop doing. And my opponent opened up my rook. And this looks a little dangerous, but the queen and the bishop cannot do a swap, so you're fine. All right? So, yeah, the E5 is not a good move. Middle Games Masterclass helpful for 2100. Only one way to find out. Buy it, try it for 6 days. Get a refund if you don't like it. 7-day money back guarantee. Okay. I want to go here, but I don't want to block my queen. So maybe I move my queen out and then I play here. Now I am up a full rook. So what I will do is I will march into my opponent's position and simplify if I need to. Okay, of course, don't even hesitate here. Trade the rooks. Can I take anything? No, rook f1. That looks like mate, but it's not. But this is a good move. The knight is under attack. My opponent might go here and just hang mate. That would be nice. You actually cannot guard everything. King h8 is back rank mate. Nice. I feel like I played a pretty decent game, even as an intermediate. Wasn't queen e8 mate in 2? Oh yeah, you guys are better than me. Look at that. You guys are better than me. Yeah. You see, I had my 14... Yeah, but in my defense, I have my 1400 brain on, right? What's funny is... Bishop f5 is, even though it's a very natural move, is actually like a total inaccuracy. And I will show you why. In this specific, like for instance, let's say you have, you own like some course. Like it really doesn't even matter where. It could be mine, it could be somebody else's. You have a course, right? So you go to this chapter, right? You navigate to the chapter. You navigate to chapter 17 or whatever, right? And then you're like, okay, did I play it right? F4, bishop f5. Now what's funny is I just have knight f3 and bishop e3 and bishop b5 and castle. I don't even mention c3, but you can play it. The point is that black just never wins the pawn back. Personally, I like to play c3. Why do I like to play c3? Because, and again, knight f3, bishop e3, and c3 is like the exact same thing. It's because it's like this move is plus 1.2, this move is plus 1. Is there any difference? Almost none. Almost none. All right, so like, for example, I played c3 and then bishop e3. This is considered marginally inaccurate. Very, very marginally inaccurate. Why is it considered inaccurate? Because after, like, for example, bishop e3, there are like some things like, you know, black can play like some queen a5 or, and you just need to know how to defend against this. You need to know this trick. Like, this is the one trick you have to know. And I've had a few games where, you know, my opponent plays like, I don't know, queen b4, king f2, and then like people accidentally, you know, get themselves with their king on the center, and it's like very dangerous. So it's like, why even get involved in any of this? You can just play c3 right away. You can also play knight f3, bishop e3. Point is, the fact that bishop f5 is already inaccurate is crazy. Now, the best line here for black is like knight h6. I think it's knight f3. And basically like some bishop g4, knight f5, g5. Like something completely ridiculous. It's so ridiculous, I like don't even remember it. I think it's like bishop g4. If this, knight f5, bishop f2, and like g5. Something like totally nuts by black. Black can just like start firing away with g5. Is it g5 at this position? No, because knight takes g5. Maybe the bishop's on d3. It's not g5 here because of knight takes g5. Like black really has to play some super wild stuff to deal with this f4 move. So you have to you have to start with in my opinion e6. I mean, I just think it's far too dangerous to play knight c6, but that's okay. Let's see, who should we play next? 900 e4. Another Caro. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ah, this person is listening. Good improvement. All right, let's play knight f3. Look at that. Look at that. That's how you get better at chess. Very nice. All right. Okay, bishop g4 is good. Okay, I will play bishop e2. Let's see. I'm just gonna play natural moves, you know? Knight f5 right away. Okay, I cannot play bishop e3, so I mean, I can castle, but I need something to guard this pawn, so I'm gonna go here and here. I don't know what you're saying, so I'm just gonna choose to ignore it. Thank you for the feedback. And if a5, there is this. Ah, why is this a big mistake? B6 is losing the game on the spot. Why? Why? Which is what a lot of people make this mistake. Yeah, it weakens the knight, and it's like probably completely lost, but now between these two, I don't know which one is better. I kind of feel like it doesn't matter, and I also kind of feel like it does matter. It's a very conflicting. Okay, I'm gonna move with my queen, but bishop b5 was probably also good. Actually, maybe it's not completely lost. It might not be totally lost. It just might be close. All right. How many pages is my book? You can find that on, again, all of this stuff, very easy search. It says literally on the Amazon page how many books there are, or the Penguin Random House book. I mean, website. I don't know the number because it's a super random number. What elo would you expect an average adult to have if they start and play regularly for 6 months? I don't know, 1400, 1500, 1600. Like, try it, go incrementally, step by step. This is a bad move, but it's very hard to understand why it's a bad move. Does anybody know why the move knight e7 is bad? Can anybody tell me? Yeah, it's because of d4. And now my knight can go there, and the pressure here is really, really, really strong. The knight, again, going backwards, almost never good. Okay? Almost never good. The knight needed to protect against my knight going to d4. Now, I don't need to rush. I mean, you should always be calculating, like, should I take or whatever? To be honest with you, okay, and then I have this question of what do I do with this pawn? The truth is, it's basically impossible to tell, so I think I'm just gonna castle. Like, if you don't need to take, maybe don't take, you know? Like, take doesn't actually improve Black's situation at all. Has Rosen beaten me with the Stafford? I don't think maybe? In a bullet game? No, you should castle before you, like, go to battle. I don't think so. I'm gonna develop. And I want to ask you if you see the winning idea for me. White to move, break into Black's position, and win the game. How? A little tactical sequence, and Black is done. It begins with a pretty counterintuitive move. Knight e6. It's one of the worst moves in the position. So this is a skill on kind of like narrowing your focus onto the weakest squares in your opponent's position. Like, if I could put one of my pieces on any square in the Black position, what would it be? There. How do I do that? Clearing the square for b5. With tempo, getting into d6, and the Black bishop no longer even controls that square. Bishop c6 is like a completely counterintuitive move, because you always like, don't give up bishop for knight. But knight b5 with tempo gets there before the Black king can castle, and now Black is completely lost. So bishop c6, knight b5 is just clearance. None of Black's pieces have any role in the game, and this is all because we played f4. Like, oh no, the family fork. Oh, the family fork on d6. And yeah, that's GG's. Now I didn't play that perfectly at all. Like, I mean, I just kind of played solid. Like, in fact, he played really well. He had to go here first. Look, he's better with black. All right. Knight h6 is the best move. This is why I teach it. Like, here, white has to play c3 and b4. You know? And then, you know, I tried to play more or less normal moves, but actually black is completely fine.